Welcome back to my kitchen. It is Saturday morning, so you guys already know what time it is. If it's Saturday morning, we're cooking breakfast. Today we are making my mom's homemade buttermilk biscuits, and there's something very special about me doing these biscuits today, and I will share that with you at the end of this video, okay? But my brother mentioned months ago, Donna, have you done mom's biscuit recipe? No, I've not. Then one of my cousins asked, Donna, have you done Aunt Ruby's biscuit recipe? Alan, today is the day. If you guys were family of ours or cousins, or if you experienced any time with us at home when we were growing up on the weekends and my mom was doing breakfast, then you probably experienced her homemade buttermilk biscuits, okay? So this is a very, very simple recipe. We're using 2 cups of white lily self-rising flour. You guys make sure you get the self-rising and not the all-purpose. Self-rising, the white lily, it already has the baking powder and the salt in it. Alright, and then we're going to need about a cup of whole cultured buttermilk, and then I'll also be using some Crisco. Now with the Crisco, we're going to need maybe about 1/4 of a cup or a little less of Crisco, and I like using these little shortening sticks because it's very easy to get that measured out, okay? And of course we're going to need a little bit of butter to brush on the biscuits, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of honey on them as well. And of course, you guys, I'm fixing them in my cast iron skillet. Now I keep my cast iron skillet, but I also add just a little bit more Crisco in the bottom. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a little bit more Crisco in the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of, you know, rub the biscuits a little bit in the Crisco, okay? Is that everything? I have thoroughly washed my hands. You guys, don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's real nasty. And today, we're going to have to use our hands, so make sure your hands are thoroughly clean, your nails are thoroughly clean. I usually wear thumb rings. I've taken those off, because you can't do biscuits without getting your hands in them. Now I know some people use the pastry, the little pastry doohickey, little pastry cutter, but I'm also, you're just gonna have to use your hands, okay? My mama didn't use this. All right, so we're gonna sit that right there. Okay, so I'm not gonna use a roller because I won't really need it. I'm not doing as many biscuits as my mom would do, so I'm not going to worry about using a roller. I'm just going to use my hands, okay? And I'm going to sift as well. So we're going to start off with our 2 cups of all-purpose, not all-purpose, there you go telling tales on Saturday morning. It is not all-purpose. And you guys, for those of you, I don't need that bowl right now, I want my excess to fall on my wax paper. For those of you that may not know, there are 2 kinds of measuring cups. The one I'm using here is considered to be a dry measuring cup, okay? And I'm doing the spoon method where I'm just spooning it in. And again, I'm doing it over this wax paper because I want the excess to fall on the wax paper because I'm going to need it, okay? And that's all you do to level it off. And I'm going to put it onto my sifter. I probably need to go over this too when I'm doing my cakes, because I never talk about a dry measuring cup. Okay, so we're just going to spoon it in. And I did want to show you all of this. That's why I didn't just want to measure. I didn't want to show you my stuff measured out already, okay? All right. And some people do, you know, tap it a little bit, but Anywho, so that's 2 cups. When I mentioned a dry measuring cup, this is a measuring cup for liquid. Okay? All right. So again, I needed the excess on my my wax paper here. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. So I have my 2 cups, and I'm just going to sift one time. Right? 2 cups of self-rising flour. My oven is preheating. It's already preheated to 415 degrees. You guys, we don't like really, we don't like, I like for my biscuits, we like for them to cook a little slower. And we also like a light colored biscuit. We don't like them dark. We like them very light colored. So the oven is ready. And then once we cook them, we're going to cook them probably about 20 minutes. All right? Okay, I'm going to start by putting about 1/4 of a cup of my Crisco in here. And then you just want to start working it in with your hands. You guys, this is why it is so important for your hands to be thoroughly clean. And you continue to work this Crisco all in this flour. Yeah, I hear my grandbaby. Now you want to work it in really good until it gets all crumbly, because you're trying to make sure you work that Crisco into every little bit of this flour. Okay? Okay. So now we're gonna start with a cup of this buttermilk. And get it mixed in. This is why I say you've got to make sure you have those hands clean. Okay, and what I'm going to have to do right now is, because I need to use both of my hands. And you guys just saw me pick up that buttermilk. That buttermilk came out the grocery store. And whoever brought it in on the truck, they touched that buttermilk. Whoever had to stock those shelves at the grocery store, they touched that buttermilk. So that means my hand's nasty again. Because I have everybody from the grocery store in the truck, all their germs on my hands. So let me wash my hands again, because I'm going to have to go in now with both hands. Okay, hands are thoroughly cleaned again. Okay, so your dough is going to be kind of wet and sticky. Okay, and that's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. Alright, y'all see cutting board is old school, the countertop. So I cleaned off my countertop. And then we're just using the countertop, okay? Okay. So now we just wanted to kind of shape it. You don't want to get a whole lot of flour in it. You know, you do need a little bit. And you flour your hands so it won't stick to your hands. Okay. And then we're just going to fold it over a few times. Because again, you don't want to overwork your dough. And I'm going to make these maybe about a ½ inch thick or so. Okay. And when you're folding it over, it kind of helps get those layers in the biscuits. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, now you just want to make sure you, whatever you're cutting your biscuits with, you have it floured. Just going to get them in the pan. Like I said, I like to kind of get them in that Crisco a little bit. And make sure your biscuits are touching because that's what helps them rise. They like to be snuggled up together. Okay, and we gather the last little bit of dough. See if we can get a couple of more out of this. Y'all, my mom used to always have one big old, end up with one big old awkward looking awkward looking biscuit. And now we're just going to add some butter before we put them in the oven. And of course we're adding more when we take them out. So we're going in the oven. I'm going to set my timer for about 15 minutes and then I'll check them. Okay, we baked for about 20 minutes and then I put them under the broiler so they can get just a little brown on the top. Now I'm drizzle some honey over them. And then I have my melted butter. Skillet is still sizzling. Y'all, you can't have too much butter on your biscuits. That's my opinion. You can't have too much butter on your biscuits. Look at those beautiful golden brown biscuits. Like my mama used to make them. Y'all, until I was ready, I actually just set them up in the microwave for a little bit. And if you're using a cast iron skillet, make sure you be very careful because this skillet be piping hot when you take it out of. Come on, honey. Come on, come on, come on, come on. This pot is heavy and it's hot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Honey, you're going to have to... There you go. Okay.
Old school, girl. I'm going old school.
You done pulled out the molasses,
homemade biscuits and molasses, and I'm still doing better.
What you say? Okay. What you say?
You have honey on those?
Uh-huh.
But it may be a little bit too much sugar for my molasses.
Well, no. You're all right. I want to get inside. Ooh. Let me zoom in on this. I know some of you guys are going to be wanting to really see that texture. Look at that biscuit, y'all.
I want to taste that texture.
I know you want to taste
I'm going to taste it.
Wait a minute, where the butter at? Where the butter?
Look at that.
You got to have just a little bit more.
Let me tell you something. Pillsbury don't gypped everybody for a long time.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. They got.
We got to have a little bit more butter. Look at that.
Oh my gracious! Would you look at this?
Ooh, what you say?
I don't want no friends.
You don't want no friends?
I don't want no friends right now.
Let me sit them back, and I think, you know, it just kind of helps keep them moist, I guess, if I just sit them microwave. You guys, and you see I did put a wooden trivet in there. I'm sitting that hot cast iron on a trivet in the microwave. Y'all, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, babe. Taste it. Taste it. And then taste it. And then I got something to you. Taste it. Just, why are you cutting it with a knife?
It's just the way I want to eat my biscuit.
Ooh, eat your biscuit the way you want to eat your biscuit, babe. Why you say
It's good. It's good.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Y'all, let me tell you. You gonna put some molasses on? You want a little bit of molasses?
I'm gonna put some molasses in.
Y'all, okay. I said in the beginning, transparent moment, that there was something special about me doing these biscuits today that I will share with you at the end of the video. What you doing back here? You doing something. Oh my gosh. Y'all, look at that biscuit. Oh my goodness. How many times? Whatever it is you're doing, if you're doing something, you know when I edit, I'm gonna see it. Right.
What's wrong? What happened, man? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, okay. I get it. I know.
Give me a minute.
It tastes like mom's. It tastes like mom's. I get it.
But you guys, what I wanted to share, I'm making biscuits and standing here getting emotional. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait a minute, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I know some of you are probably trying to figure out what in the world is wrong with this lady crying because she just made some biscuits. But I originally started, really quick, I originally started my channel January the 1st of 2016. In March, my mom passed unexpectedly. I was devastated. My mom was a great Southern cook, and I learned so much from her. And on Saturday mornings, not every Saturday, she would do biscuits. And I'm not really a biscuit eater. I love a good roll. And I love toast. So I said all that to say that I didn't start getting consistent with my channel until July of 2020. at which time I started incorporating cooking on my channel because being in the kitchen made me feel close to my mom, and it became my therapy. It became my therapy for healing with, you know, just being devastated after losing my mom. So I got emotional because I've never in my life fixed biscuits. And that's why it hadn't been on my channel, because I've never fixed biscuits before, but I knew how my mom fixed them. So when my brother mentioned it, and homemade from scratch biscuits. Yeah. I mean, well, they knew that at the beginning because I said, oh, okay. But when my brother mentioned it quite some time ago, and then my cousin who would spend the nights with us sometime on the weekend, when he texted me and mentioned it, and even some of the subscribers had mentioned, do you have a biscuit recipe? I was a little hesitant because I've never done my mom's biscuits. So the emotions came because these biscuits are amazing. I have made my mama proud this morning. So that's why all of the emotions came. And for those of you that really follow us, and you know that as it pertains to my pound cakes, I love to experiment on camera. I do things all the time for the first time on camera with you guys, and if it's a disaster, then you'll know that, and if it's a hit, you know that as well. I'm very transparent, so when stuff doesn't work out right, I tell you, you know, it didn't work out right. But for these biscuits to be amazing like they are, and I hope what I'm showing you all, for those of you who are intimidated by cooking, just get in there and do it. I think oftentimes, you know, we get so intimidated that fear causes us to be paralyzed, and it hinders us. And that's with so many things in life, not just cooking, but just do it. As they say, nothing beats a failure but a try. It may not always turn out right. You know, you experiment. Even baking and cooking is science to it, and sometimes pound cakes can have a mind of their own, and anything else that you bake or cook. But just get in there and do it. If you don't succeed, then try it again. Oftentimes I get emails about, you know, people baking cakes, and the majority of them are successes, and then sometimes I get pictures and emails where, you know, the cakes don't turn out the way they hope for them to, and I tell them, just keep baking. Just keep baking. So if you have a desire to cook, just do it. Take menus and go step by step, and then you can add your own little flair once you really learn what you're doing. But I enjoy being very transparent and showing you guys the raw and the real. And I'll admit, I was a little nervous because I wanted my biscuits to turn out great. And my husband loves biscuits, so I wanted them to be wonderful for him as well. So were they good, babe?
They're real good.
And he finished his with some molasses. I do not like molasses. Ugh. But anyway, that, like I said, that's where the emotions came. And for me to do that the first time, and they be so good, you guys just try it. That's all I can say. So for my brother Rowdy in California, my cousin Alan, that's the recipe. And they are wonderful. So I have to finish cooking breakfast. Grits are on the stove. The bacon is getting ready to come out. And I wanted to do this recipe because we're getting ready to do a Saturday morning episode where we sit at the table and talk and we eat breakfast. And I know when our family members see those biscuits on the table, they're going to be like, Miss Donna, you made those biscuits. We need the recipe. So this is the video that will be coming out sometime after that video. But anywho, you good, babe? I just been a talking and a crying.
It's okay, babe. I'm sorry. I may have spilled some molasses, but
yeah, I don't care. I don't eat molasses, so you could have spilled them all.
Okay.
Oh Lord, did you spill that much? I ain't gonna tell you where molasses are, but I know you're gonna clean it up.
I'm gonna get it all clean. I promise.
All right, but you're good. The biscuits are
good.
here. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. Oh my goodness, I am so
They are very good.
Yay. So like I said, we're getting ready to do breakfast. But anywho, if this is your first time watching, we appreciate you all. Welcome if you're new subscribers. I know we have so many new subscribers. Welcome. We appreciate you all taking the time to click that button and watch watch our video, all right? So we're all hungry. You guys heard the grandbaby fussing. He's been ready to eat. So I have to finish breakfast up so we can eat our breakfast. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed,
hit the nosy.
Hit the nosy, meaning turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we're uploading over here.
Then you can be nosy at what we're doing. That's what
nosy.
you
Y'all
can be nosy.
know y'all nosy.
You want to know, guys. You want to know. We love you guys. We
gotta tell them shake something. When you turn on the notification bell, it shakes.
Just shake something. Just shake something. Just shake something. Just shake something. Just shake.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Shake something.
We already look forward to you joining us again next time.
Bye.
Bye.